Responsibility. It can sound like a heavy word, can't it? Like a backpack filled with bricks that someone has asked you to carry. Perhaps your parents talk about it. Maybe your teachers mention it a lot. It sounds serious and grown up, and sometimes that can feel a little bit scary. But what if we thought about it differently? What if responsibility wasn't just a heavy weight, but also a wonderful gift? It's the simple idea that you are the one in charge of your own actions, your own words, and your own choices. It's about owning your part in the story of your life, both the good chapters and the tricky ones. This idea matters more than you might think. Being responsible is like being the captain of your own ship. You get to decide which way to steer. When you take ownership of your homework, you aren't just pleasing your teacher. You are building your own brain and preparing for your future. When you do your chores at home without being reminded, you aren't just helping your family, you are creating a more peaceful place for everyone, including yourself. Responsibility is the path to freedom. It shows the world, and more importantly, it shows yourself that you can be counted on. It's a quiet strength that grows bigger every time you choose to do the right thing. Think about it this way. God made you unique. He gave you special talents, a one-of-a-kind heart, and a mind that can learn and grow. He trusts you with these gifts. Taking responsibility is how you say thank you to Him. It's how you take care of the wonderful person He created you to be. It's not about being perfect because nobody is. It's about trying. It's about understanding that your choices create ripples. They affect you, they affect the people around you, and they honor the God who loves you. Each responsible choice is a small step towards becoming the person you were meant to be. The Bible puts it simply in Galatians chapter 6, verse 5, which says, "For each one should carry their own load." This isn't a harsh command. It's an empowering truth. Your load, your duties, your words, your life, is perfectly sized for you. God believes you are strong enough to carry it. He isn't asking you to carry someone else's backpack, just your own. And as you carry it, you become stronger. You learn what you are capable of. It's your special assignment, your adventure. Embracing this doesn't make you heavy. It makes you capable and strong, ready for the journey ahead. So where does this big journey of responsibility begin? It begins with very small, everyday steps. It starts right where you are, in the ordinary moments of your life. Think about your world. At school, responsibility looks like finishing your homework on time, even when you'd rather be watching videos. It's listening to your teacher, studying for a test, and being kind to the person sitting next to you. These aren't just rules to follow. They are opportunities to build a habit of faithfulness. Each finished assignment is a brick you lay for your future. Each act of kindness is a seed you plant in someone's heart. At home, responsibility might look like keeping your room tidy, helping with dinner, or taking the dog for a walk. These tasks can sometimes feel like a bother, can't they? But they are so much more than that. They are your contribution to your family team. When you do your part, you lift a little bit of the weight from your parents' shoulders. You make your home a nicer place to be. You are showing love through your actions. Even at church, you have responsibilities. It could be as simple as greeting someone new, helping to set up chairs, or listening carefully to the message. You are part of God's family, and you have a part to play. The Bible teaches us that these small things matter a great deal. In Luke chapter 16, verse 10, Jesus says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." God is watching your heart. He sees how you handle the small assignments He gives you. Are you faithful with your homework? Do you keep your promises to your friends? Do you help out at home with a cheerful spirit? When you prove you can be trusted with these little things, you are preparing yourself for bigger things later in life. God sees your faithfulness and knows He can trust you with more influence, more opportunities, and more of His blessings. Don't ever think that the small things don't count. They are the training ground for greatness. Every time you choose to be responsible in a small way, you are building a character of integrity. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So look for the small things today. Look for one little area where you can be more faithful, more trustworthy, more responsible. It might be putting your phone away when someone is talking to you. It might be saying sorry first. These small, faithful steps will lead you on a big, wonderful journey. Let me tell you a story about a boy named Leo. Leo was a great football player, and he had promised his younger brother Sam that he would come to his school play. Sam was so excited. He was playing the part of a tree, and he had practiced standing still for weeks. But on the afternoon of the play, Leo's friends invited him to a kickabout in the park. It was a perfect sunny day, and the temptation was just too strong. He told himself, "It's just a school play. Sam won't even notice if I'm not there." So Leo went to the park and forgot all about his promise. When Leo got home that evening, the house was quiet. He found Sam in his room, his tree costume crumpled on the floor beside him. Sam wasn't crying, but his eyes looked sad and empty. "You didn't come," he whispered. In that moment, Leo's heart sank. He saw the hurt in his brother's eyes and realized what he had done. He could have made an excuse. He could have blamed his friends or said he forgot. But instead, he took a deep breath and chose responsibility. He sat on the bed next to Sam and said, "You're right. I didn't come. I broke my promise, and I am so sorry. There is no excuse." Admitting his mistake was one of the hardest things Leo had ever done. His apology didn't magically fix everything, but it was a start. It was a bridge back to his brother. The next day, Leo did something else. He asked Sam to teach him how to be a tree. They stood in the garden together, and Leo listened as Sam explained the importance of having strong roots. They laughed, and the sadness from the day before began to melt away. Leo learned a powerful lesson. A mistake doesn't have to be the end of the story. Taking responsibility for it can be a new beginning. This is what the Bible talks about in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. "Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it." This verse is for parents, but it's also for you. You are starting yourself off on the way you should go. Every time you admit a mistake, every time you choose honesty over excuses, you are building a strong foundation. You are training your heart to walk in the way of integrity. Leo started himself on a new path that day, a path of keeping his word and valuing people over his own fun. That path will stay with him for the rest of his life. When you choose responsibility, you are not just doing a task, you are building something precious. You are building trust. Think of trust as a bridge. Every time you keep a promise, tell the truth, or finish a job you were given, you add a strong plank to that bridge. When your parents ask you to be home by a certain time, and you walk through the door on time, you add a plank. When your friend tells you a secret, and you keep it safe, you add another plank. This bridge connects you to other people. It makes your relationship stronger and safer. The more you build this bridge of trust, the more freedom you will earn. It might seem strange, but responsibility leads directly to freedom. When your parents see that you can be trusted with small things, they will be more willing to trust you with bigger things. They will see your maturity growing. They will know that you think about your choices and that you care about honoring them. This trust is what leads to more independence, like getting to stay out a little later, having more say in your own decisions, or being given more important tasks to handle. It's a wonderful cycle. Your responsibility builds their trust, and their trust gives you more freedom. Remember, God wants you to be a responsible person. He wants others to see Him in you. When you are reliable and trustworthy, you are reflecting His character. God is always faithful. He always keeps His promises. When you act in a similar way, you are honoring Him. You are showing the world that following God makes you a better friend, a better son or daughter, and a better person. People will look at your life and see that your faith is real. They will see that you can be counted on, and that points them towards the God who can always be counted on. So, let this be your encouragement today. Growing in responsibility is one of the most important things you can do during your teenage years. It's not always easy, but it is always worth it. Look for one small way you can take more ownership of your life. Maybe it's in your words, your schoolwork, or your chores. Take that step. Start building that bridge of trust, plank by plank. Know that with every responsible choice you make, you are not just getting a task done. You are building your character, earning freedom, honoring God, and becoming the special person He created you to be. You can do this.